to me for about 15 minutes. I don't know whether they cut me to 15. To speak to you on some medicinal plants. Well, you see me out here with glasses on because the eyesight ain't as good as it used to be. So I gotta find out what herbs I can use for my eyesight. Anybody can help? Bilberry, you heard about it? Any more? Carrot? But I eat carrots galore because I would cook carrots every day. So you gotta be able to give me some more things besides carrots and bilberry to help with the eyesight. It can also mean keeping off the laptop and the cell phone in the night time too. Because research is showing that staring at these things giving off, what color light? Blue? Oh, don't look blue to me. Staring at these things late at night, especially when you're in a room that is dark. So let's even say you're laying down on the bed and you're on your cell phone. It is not good for the eye health. So right now, here we're in a pair of $3 glasses from the $3 store. Well, they're $6 now. But I gotta get some good prescription glasses to even out the balance in the eyesight. Now, prescription glasses do not cure eye disease. Those who think so are fooling themselves. They just help with the eye strain, help to balance you out a little bit, but they in no way make your eyes better. Do not be fooled by that. It is only by eating properly and exercising and making the body function better can we ever hope to improve our eyesight. And as I said, keeping off these gadgets. Years ago, people were reading papers, and papers weren't giving off any glare, but the devices are doing that to our eyes. So I know up to the last hour, Brother Peter was asking Brother Dudley what he could do to enhance his eye strength because he realized that his eyes were getting weaker now. Same thing with me as well. Anyhow, the task has been given me to speak to you a little bit about, Brother Doug asked me to talk about roots. I don't know why he asked me for roots because I got some favorite roots here, but I will not talk about those at all. So let's begin with a short little reading I found rather interesting. Medicinal plants have a long history. I can see this real clear though. Very good, praise the Lord. Medicinal plants have a long history in treatment of human ailments. The scientific work on different plants in the past ages has gained confidence among researchers worldwide that the global plant diversity holds the cure, listen to the word, cure, not management, the cure for many unresolved human ailments. The extensive traditional knowledge that is treasured in different parts of the globe has contributed immensely in exploring many medicinal plants using modern biological tools. Like saying it in simple words, the old people knew because they practiced it and came along here, somebody telling them, but now the scientists coming around, taking up the same plants and saying, aha, I found this particular enzyme or this particular substance in it, and they're going patent it. Anyhow, a large part of the biologically active plant-derived compounds used commercially have come to light through follow-up research to verify the authenticity of traditional knowledge. Or people knew about using pawpaw, green pawpaw to lower what? I can't hear you. I want you to talk to me. To lower their blood pressure. Then when they do their research, they realize that the old people were old but not foolish. All right. Please, Sister Nurse, I don't see her in here right now. Different parts of the plant, our plant as a whole, has served as the source of bioactive compounds for purposes of investigation as well as for commercial drug production. Roots are the ground anchoring part of the plant that harbors various bioactive molecules which display curative, not manageable, curative possibilities for many human ailments like, listen to these, cancer, diabetes, ulcer, and liver diseases. These are the scourges of mankind now. Scientific investigations in the past have helped in uncovering many phytochemicals. I like the name phytochemicals because they show that they give you ability to fight back, to fight and overcome. Although it does not spell F-I-G-H-T, P-H-Y-T-O. Phytochemicals from plant roots, some of which are now in clinical use, and many others are in various stages of preclinical and clinical studies. The vast diversity of plants on the earth give a promising journey ahead in quest for knowledge and cure, not managing, for many diseases. How that introduction sound? Sounds good? Will it make you start using some more roots? Or will you wait till the scientists bring out a bottle or a pill after having extracted what they want out of the roots to give you before you start taking it? Growing up, it was a bit like that. However, I have changed. I just listen to the old folks, or folks who are well versed in plants, and if they tell me, well, years ago, my grandfather, grandmother, whatever, used to use this for this purpose and such like, I ain't waiting till it come out in the clinical trial, you know. I on it hard. Right, Brother Kelman? So there's certain things that we don't have to sit down and wait for the scientists to come around. I see recently there was this young boy who developed a soap to help with skin cancer. Anybody saw that video? Huh? Yes, this young boy. And then hear what they say afterwards. Hopefully it will get to market in the next 10 years. You can imagine within 10 years you could be dead. So when you hear about something that works well, it's only anecdotal information. Pass down from person to person. You don't got to wait till it come out. Start it in the early. That's how many people were saved, and that's how we find many cures for many sicknesses. Here I have a little piece that gives you some of the names of some herbs. That's the root part, that is, that have been used for medicine. Tell me if you know any of these. First one. Let me see if you could discover it though. Yellow stains your fingers. Yeah, turmeric. I don't know the describe this one. One there, kava kava. You ever heard about it? Very interesting herb. Another one, burns in the back of your throat. Means drink it. Yes, bring Brother Norman, bring some very hot ginger last Sabbath. Everybody lick it with a little sugar though, I don't know why. But we try to use our things without sugar, right, Norman? No sugar. And it had a nice little sting. I can tell you that it made me feel very wonderful even when I got home. Then we have another one that I love to mix up in my almond milk and protein powder in the mornings. M-A-C-A. What's that? Maca. Me also use it. Anybody here uses it? Put it in her hand, don't be ashamed. Raise your hand. Good. Look at Stephen must have done it. Ask him with maca. But Stephen, you should be ashamed. Boy, that's a very good herb that you should be using as an older gentleman. Yes, start using it, my brother. I ain't going to tell you about it today, though. I'll probably forget invited to talk about another thing. Valerian. SBs. It is a kind of ginseng? All right, good. But tell Stephen. He's smiling. And then we got echinacea. That's another interesting one. One that works very good that when it was used when they had real stomach trouble. This one is yellow too, but it is bitter. Tell me it. Pardon? Nobody knows it? Yellow similar to the same turmeric, but it is bitter. You can't use a lot of it. Lowers your blood sugar very fast too. My sister knows it. Golden seal. Yes, correct. Another one that I started using, but you got to be careful how you use it. This balances your hormones in your body. Ashwagandha. You ever heard about that one? And then we have one called licorice. Heard about that one? Yeah. So all these are roots that you can use to help in the healing of the body. You'll realize that when you use a lot of roots or plant products, they take time to bring about the desired effect, but yet the desired effect is long-lasting. People just like to know, well, they got a headache, take a Panadol brand headache, gone in 5 minutes. We want quick relief. But then the headache comes back. I have a friend of mine, when she has a headache coming on, because I took her to Dr. Duggan to see him, he calls them cluster headaches, she would take 3 or 4 Panadols together. What happens to taking so much Panadols? Tell me. It poisons the system. Yes. It damages your liver. But people think that because you can buy them over the counter that they are safe, but taking 2 Panadols too often will not be too nice for you. So she takes so much Panadols, I know somewhere along the line, even at 21, she has liver problems already. And it can damage the kidneys as well. All right, let's talk a little bit on the most studied root in the world. Which one is that? Turmeric has been the most studied one. Originating where? On the Asian continent, right? The Asians love to use it. However, I can tell you this, and I think I would have told you this before, most of the turmeric powder we get here has very little real turmeric in it, very little real curcumin. I have been advised that seek out Brother Rand, Brother Jennison, and those fellows who grow it. And now me, I start growing it too now because the few that I get from Rand, now my wife threw them in the ground, and they're growing very bountifully. So Rand, I'm not going to come back at you. But then again, like in the countryside is a little richer than St. Philip, but it is very, very good. So you telling me that you are taking turmeric because you sprinkle a little bit on the food, you are wasting time. You are not getting real turmeric on your food. Right, Brother Messiah? You agree with me? Right. Take the turmeric and grate it. Stop bothering about your teeth looking yellow and all sorts of nonsense. You can brush it, or you can rinse it off with the hydrogen peroxide. The yellow stain is gone. So cosmetics, forget the cosmetics. Get the real turmeric into your system. And let me tell you why. With its brilliant orange hue, it is impossible to miss a bottle of turmeric sitting on the spice shelf. Originating in India, turmeric is believed to have anti-cancer properties and can prevent DNA mutations. Let me see who still use my formula, turmeric, ginger, and black pepper tea. Sorry, that's a Bajan saying. Sorry, turmeric. All right, two. All right, instead of 1. All right, sir. Thank you very much. When I was going through my issues with the bleeding in my brain on the left side, I was taking turmeric, ginger, and black pepper tea in abundance. Don't man say telling me that you're overdoing it. Yes, I overdid it. And it worked. No more bleeding in my brain. And then I put a few other people onto it that saw amazing effects. One of the nice things about taking the turmeric, because of its anti-inflammatory properties and preventing DNA mutation, is that my entire body disappeared. I went from 265 to 218. And then I realized that I could run very long. So it was even counteracting the buildup of lactic acid in my system. And then when I did some more reading on it, I realized too that apparently mixing the turmeric, with the ginger and the black pepper caused my white fat to be changed into a brown fat. Whatever that means, I don't really know. But it stopped my ability to gain fat on my waistline or on any part of me. So I was starting to look kind of hard. My sister Sharon can tell you that when she was on it as well, Sharon, tell them, I won't tell them, they lost weight, right? Sharon, what's up? I can't see them, they're too good, sorry. Yes, you lose weight really fast. So if you're looking for a weight loss supplement, you ain't gotta go and drink all these fancy things that they sell in the stores. Turmeric, ginger, and black pepper tea does wonders. As it says here, as an anti-inflammatory, it can be taken as a supplement, and it is being used topically for people with arthritis who wish to relieve discomfort. It is used worldwide as a cooking ingredient. It can make a delicious antioxidant-rich addition to many dishes. According to recent research, turmeric, hold a minute, sorry. Turmeric is also showing promise as a treatment for a variety of dermatological diseases and joint arthritis. Well, I'm 55 now, and I get some knee pains and such like, and I realize that I'm not as flexible as I used to be, so I started increasing my ability to do flexibility movements, and even rather than just simply lifting heavy weight, because lifting very heavy weight can actually place a burden on the joints. So I do a lot of deep squats. Sometimes I do like 200 squats in the morning, take a 3-kilometer walk, and every 100 steps I stop and I do 20 deep squats. So by the time I get home, I finish 200, 220. But then I realized too that I have to take the vitamins to help combat the stresses that I put on my system from time to time. But I realized that drinking the turmeric helps to alleviate a lot of joint pains that we suffer from time to time. But just drinking a turmeric shot does not work unless there's black pepper in it, because the black pepper makes the curcumin more bioavailable to the body, because curcumin is very poorly absorbed by the body. In summary, it says turmeric can be beneficial for pain caused by inflammatory diseases like arthritis. It can help in the prevention of cancer, but you gotta use a lot of it. It can stop DNA mutation, and it is good for several skin diseases. Now, I already said that it is poorly absorbed by the body unless you have lots of black pepper present. It doesn't cost anything to grow. Anybody can grow. You can grow it in a pot. Brother Saul has some ground nets to him. Brother Saul, what are you growing in the ground now? Only grass? Beets. Well, you see, I didn't want to go and touch beets yet, because that's the top thing between me and you, All right. You eat the root, I can eat the leaves, but I can still eat both too if you offer me them. But remember, when you're cutting, keep the leaves for me in the fridge and call me, I will come and collect them. But anyhow, let's go on to another root quickly. Ginger. Me also use ginger. Please tell the truth. Raise your hand high if you're drinking it. So wait, you didn't drink a normal one last week. Everybody ran from it. You have some? Good. It stings sweet at the back of the throat? Good. It is loaded with antioxidants. It prevents stress. So whoever's stressing you out, tell them, hold on, you're going to get a cup of ginger and come back. Drink the ginger. And it prevents DNA damage to your body. All these things seem to be preventing DNA damage. For me, DNA means do not alter. Don't change it. They may help your body fight off chronic diseases like high blood pressure. When I was going through what I went through, my blood pressure was 157 over 100 and whatever, I don't remember. But now, I smile in the mornings and people wonder how I get it so low. 112 over 65 and all sorts of sweet numbers. Only if I stress out myself, like if I quarrel at home with the children for any reason, I may go back up. But not that high again. But I realized that taking these compounds, which you all tell me that I overdo, seems to be helping me in a curative sense, and I'm thankful for that. So it may help fight off diseases like high blood pressure, heart disease. We have our sister down the road that can testify to using this substance a lot, and her arteries are open again. And diseases of the lungs. During COVID, you can drink more turmeric ginger and black pepper tea than me. Plus promoting healthy aging. We don't want to look old and cold. We want to look fresh. So some of us are here in our 70s, some in our 60s. People are amazed that I'm already 55. I am amazed too. I don't know how you get there so quick, because just the other day I was in the church at 16. But look how you gone at 55. And Doc's still keeping 20 ahead of me. I can't bridge that gap at all. Never will. But nonetheless, I'm thankful to be alive at this time to be able to speak to you. Here are some other incredible benefits of ginger. Stimulates digestion. For those who have got a bit of constipation, who seem not to be able to get to the toilet on a regular basis, drinking ginger tea helps that a lot. As I said already, it lowers blood pressure. It even reduces nausea. When I used to have dizzy head, the agents call it vertigo, or the scientific name for it, that significantly helped me. It has, as I said, it reduces inflammation of the body, antibacterial properties. It regulates your blood sugar. And for women, it reduces menstrual pain. I put a friend of mine on this, and she finds out that she doesn't have as much cramping as before when periods come around. And it also positively affects your cholesterol level. Which one are we supposed to have that is high? The high or the low? The high should be low, and the low should be high. Okay, all right, no problem. Good. It improves your immune response as well. It alleviates premenstrual syndrome. Interesting. That will apply to the ladies, correct? Not us men. It may help with cancer, especially stomach cancer. Apparently, it does a good work there. It reduces pain. I have, I would call ruptured disc in my back. Just to bend over sometimes and touch my toes is pain. That all started because on my 50th birthday, I decided to add a knot to the 50 and tell myself when I go into Brother Sammy's gym, everything I was doing was 500 pounds. So I got to 485 doing a deadlift. By that extra 15, that's the straw that broke the camel's back. Right, that extra 15 I couldn't get to the 500. And after that, for about 2 or 3 years, I didn't do a deadlift. Then when I had the MRI, I realized what had happened. But nonetheless, yes, some people will call me mad. I was mad at that point in time. But I've grown smarter since then, so I go much later. And ginger is also a good weight loss aid. So stock up on the ginger. Now, this is when I go into the supermarket. Now, I do not consider price because you cannot eat the money, and a turnout costs at least $20,000. And if I die now, you will see how fast $20,000 turns up, even if the church members donate it. So why look at the cost of healthy stuff? Just buy them, use them, get them into your system. Because prevention, as Brother Duggan has been telling us all our lives here at this church, is better than cure. Right. Now here's a note of caution when it comes to ginger. Pregnant or breastfeeding women, people with very serious heart conditions, and some people with diabetes should not take ginger without talking to the doctors first. Let me just put that out there. Do not take ginger if you have a bleeding disorder. I didn't see that. It didn't work for me. Or if you are taking blood thinning medication, including aspirin, because ginger contains an active substance called gingerol that helps in the thinning of one's blood. So if you're already on low-dose rat poison, you have to be very, very careful. But it must say, why are you laughing at me? I tell you the truth. Right, it's low-dose rat poison. Right. If you go drinking a whole lot of ginger, like I do sometimes, or even taking a lot of turmeric, it can thin your blood even more. Correct? Right, Sister John? So one has to be very, very careful. All right. It says here now, is ginger good or bad for your kidneys? A lot of Belgians now are coming up with kidney disease. I have a friend of mine, 1 minute I saw him, next minute, he's on dialysis. He got to go to the hospital twice a week, and he's just over 40. I lost a friend of mine, a colleague I should say, but he wouldn't stop drinking rum, but he ended up going for the same kidney dialysis, kidneys destroyed, and doctors are noticing in Barbados that a lot of young Barbadians are coming down with end-stage kidney disease. It says here, drinking ginger tea can be helpful for a kidney transplant patient to fight off any nausea and vomiting occurring from the side effects. I don't think any of us in here are kidney transplant patients. It has been proven to be anti-inflammatory. Even for the renal diet, choosing fresh ground or pickled ginger can work. It is saying that the medicinal properties in fresh ginger is far better than getting ginger powder. But when they cannot get ginger itself, I tend to use ginger powder as well. Quickly going on, because I don't have much time, so I will not talk about, well, there are so many things about curcumin you can talk about. I would just list them rather than talking about them. It enhances immune function. It is good for joint mobility and stiffness, because sometimes when you get up in the morning, you feel a little stiff. So you can avoid taking the cataflam that you take from time to time, or the baralgin and those things. Turmeric helps with joint mobility and stiffness. It promotes healthy blood pressure levels. It's good for circulation. Some of us have a little sluggish circulation. I mean, see how those who give blood? Anybody here give blood regularly? Okay, don't see you don't get the blood. You hardly got enough. Right, but giving blood is a very good thing to help keeping your blood thin, because I used to give blood a lot one time, and then one day decided I didn't give blood no more, because whenever I give blood for a whole week or two, when I go back to the gym, I can't bench press the same weight. So my reason was selfish. But apparently when you give 1 pint of blood, your body reproduces that point again, but with fresh blood made from your bone marrow, and is actually of a much thinner quality. When you give away the first pint, it is thicker. So people who generally give blood a lot generally don't get heart attacks or strokes that easily, because they keep circulating the blood out with a point of oil, in with a point of new. So consider start giving blood. Brother Matthew put in the chat that he's looking for donations of blood this week for a family member who's going to have open heart surgery. So those of you can give blood. When I first started giving blood, I was told I was slightly anemic. So I came back a few months later and it was up to the required level. They always test you first before they take the pint from you. And what I was amazed at is that I will lay down in the bed after people who came before me, and my pint will be finished before them, which means they said my blood was flowing kind of smooth. And that really made me excited. But you can only give blood every 3 months. How much times a year that is? Huh? 4 times. So give 4 pints of blood and save somebody, and you'll be enhancing your life. Turmeric is also good for fighting aging in the brain, forgetfulness. You know, people will say that, wait, come in the kitchen to do? Let me walk back out. Happen with you, Stephen? Yeah, it's happening to everybody, right? Sometimes even some young people, your brain start aging early. Why does brain aging come in? Using a lot of what? Tell me what word I can say. Sugar. Sugar ages your brain. So the less sugar you eat, and keep off these drinks. We as Adventists don't drink Coke, but we drinking plus a malt. You know that, right? And a lot of sweet juices still stocking up the body with a lot of sugar, so keep off of it. And one last herb I will speak about quickly, because they have a lot here on turmeric. Gully root. I was wondering if I can get to that, Brother Jeffrey, now. It's called animal. That's the scientific name. It says here, it is very good for flu, colds, and other respiratory illnesses. Has been around for decades. Researchers suggest that this herb serves to enhance your immune system, making your body stronger. Brother Bobby coming by you tomorrow. Brother Bobby here? He got the root farm in yard. So he coming by him and get some. is only for me. Brethren, don't come down there because you don't want to take up everything. When your immune system is stronger, your body is better able to combat bacteria, viruses, and other germs that cause disease. 2 phytochemicals found in the plant have been found to directly destroy cancer cells in lab studies. I use it to help with my prostate at 55. You know the prostate won't start acting out and playing the fool. And my father had prostate issues, although he did at 84, not from that. So I'm not going to sit down and wait until they get serious issues and then they by Dr. Dougling, but trying to get a bottle of Uriflow. I can start dealing with my issues from now in the early. Prevention is better than cure. It says here, studies have reported that these chemicals could distinguish between healthy and malignant cells, destroying only the disease cell. However, more research is required. You know, they will always say more research is required because they need more funding, money must come in. But why sit down and wait till research comes and confirm that something is right when you have evidence from other people who tried it, it works. But Brother Jeffrey will always tell me, how much you got to take, Skipper? I don't check for the how much no more, Brother Jeffrey. I just drink. Ain't killing me. So I just drinking. Ain't killing me suddenly, right. So I just drinking. I have survived so far. Yes, please. There's a very serious side effect for Yes, I read about it too. But I like to use the root. Because I was using a lot of leaves one time. But apparently leaves aren't the best thing to use because of the side effect part. So I go mostly now, I use a piece of a knife, or when they pass by the gentleman in St. George, they borrow his cutlass, and they go in the back when they go right in, and they dig it out of the ground. When they break it and you smell it, you can smell these strong sulfur compounds in your nostrils, and they just inhale them deeply. If they're inhaling a perfume, just a different type. And I find that when I drink it, it makes me feel so good, and it increases urine flow as well, so it works much better that way. I think, when it comes to women, though, women must be careful using this. Apparently, it stimulates menstrual, it allows for menstrual stimulation. So that means it can cause you to what? Pardon? Hemorrhage? No, I don't think it really causes it to hemorrhage, but it can increase the flow for women. So apparently, in some countries, they use it like a contraceptive. So one must be very, very careful of that. It contains various, this is the last part, it contains various sulfur-containing compounds that give it a garlic or onion odor. Modern science has begun to examine some of these components and has produced some evidence to support traditional claims of its ability to cure illness. So ladies and gentlemen, we'll stop there for now. Next time I come back, if given the opportunity, I will talk to you some more of the other popular roots that can help to heal disease. Thank you very much. Now we will just have a little word of prayer because we're going on out to Brother Leacock to come out and give us our reports. Let's pray. Let's bow our heads. Father in heaven, we want to thank you, dear Lord, for the opportunity of being able to look after our bodies with the knowledge you have been giving us over the years through Brother Douglas and through science and such like. We ask you that we will eat for strength and not for drunkenness. We will eat to your name's honor and glory. And know that as we come closer and closer to the end of time, a well-balanced, healthy lifestyle is what will help to take us through to the end with the Spirit of God in total control of us. Bless us now, and as we go into the other part of our service, we ask you to keep us. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.